I never thought I'd say this, but Spencer Pratt might be our most effective political voice right now.
Good news, guys. We're having Sanjaya for dinner. I'm gonna cook him alive.
Quick backstory, Spencer Pratt was the villain we all love to hate on The Hills.
What are you crying about, 70? What the f are you crying about? That's why you're not in my life, you crazy bitch.
Truly peak 2000s reality TV chaos. And all of us millennials were programmed to despise this man.
So I'm sorry that you're making yourself cry.
Fast forward, he builds this beautiful life with Heidi.
First time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Spencer and Heidi Pratt.
Becomes a spiritual crystal-selling dad living in the Palisades.
During The Hills, when I was dealing with psychopathic demons at all times, it just feels calming.
And honestly, we all kind of forgot about him. Then January 2025 happened.
Catastrophe in California. A Los Angeles disaster movie roars to life.
And their home burned down in the LA fires.
All right, for real, Skipper, stop. Let's go.
And something shifted. Maybe it was losing everything. Maybe it was witnessing politicians fail his community in real time. But Spencer started documenting everything in this raw, unfiltered way that just cut through all the BS.
When your house burns down, you have nothing. When your parents' house burns down and they have nothing, there's only one thing that can maybe make you feel better. A bag of bagels. Obviously, I'm in shock and my brain's not functioning, so I think this is the most unhinged post you've seen.
There was this newfound love for Spencer because he was just being so unfiltered, uncensored, and bringing people through this really raw emotional experience.
My pot that I made all the hummingbird nectar survived. There's my rose quartz. That's cool. We got what's left of a hummingbird feeder. That's positive. Definitely gonna keep this.
Oh. People were really connecting with him. And honestly, he was having sort of a meteoric rise on TikTok.
Oh my God. Dino's ghost. Can't go to sleep. I gotta see what's happening with this fire if it crosses into the valley where my older sister lives. So it's hard to go to sleep after talking to her, racing out of her house with her kids. I'm just watching the news to see if they can keep it contained over this hill, but appreciate you being concerned about my mental health and resting my body. Plan on doing that in a few years once we've rebuilt our house.
It was unfortunate, and even he joked about it, like, oh, all he needed was his house to burn down and then everybody would like him or whatever.
Cheers. Thank you to 1 million followers on TikTok. Who would have thought all I needed is our house to burn down to finally hit 1 million. Can't believe I didn't think of that sooner.
Which brings us to now, when pretty much everybody's rooting for him, except California's governor, Gavin Newsom. And suddenly, the villain we all used to love to hate became the hero we didn't know we needed.
Since Newsom office hates misinformation, let me make sure they are aware they're spreading misinformation. Newsom, you can't just be blaming everybody for just how bad you are at everything, buddy.
And as someone who lived through the chaos in LA during COVID, the riots, all of that stuff, I can say that Spencer he's lived this, okay? He's lived the reality that most politicians just theorize about. You know, he's out there, he's in it. And now he can just really, really represent people in a way that pretty much no one else can.
I'm in every single victim WhatsApp. The amount of texts and messages I get from locals, victims, asking me, telling me, please bring attention to this, please. It's like That's the other thing. They think like, oh, this is just some C-list reality star. I got 70 lawyers. It's called the Pally Legal Chat shout out. And these are all partners at law firms whose houses burned down.
Yeah, this is a unifying event.
Exactly.
You're Spencer the dispenser. The dispenser of truth.
Spencer has made it his personal mission to expose Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass for the evil, fraudulent monsters that they are, and to pursue justice on behalf of the Californians affected by the fires.
You ready to be sick to your stomach? Hopefully you already ate, because when you hear this, your mind is going to just explode. Karen Bass has responded to a lawsuit against her for burning down the Palisades and killing 12 senior citizens. And ready for this? Public officials have exclusive authority to decide whether fire protection should be provided at all, and if so, to what extent. And then you can't second guess with judges and juries if they decide what have I been paying taxes for?
And ultimately, every citizen of California who's been continually suffering from their stunning lack of leadership.
This is your guide, that you're supposed to probably read because you're the governor. If you reduced our fuels using these freaking rakes you think are so funny, maybe we'd still have a town. Maybe 12 people wouldn't have died. Even though Pacific Palisades gave you up to almost $700 million in property tax, you couldn't find the money. From my experts I've talked to, it would have cost $500,000 to protect the Palisades from your state park. Is this effective? I just asked to just kind of troll some more. Yes, fire rakes are effective for creating fire breaks and clearing vegetation and wildfire suppression. Guess what had no raking surrounding the Pacific Palisades? Topanga State Park. So Newsom, get a new joke to troll. It's not funny. People are all dead because Newsom and Karen Bass gross negligence. Want to hear the craziest part about this? Think about all these ages. You know why they probably died? Is because of no emergency personnel being pre-deployed to actually have any plan to evacuate elderly people.
Our strategy included preparations and pre-deployment.
Actually, Karen, you're lying. Just like Gavin Newsom, you did not pre-deploy any assets.
And here's why this really matters beyond California. If Governor Gavin Newsom becomes president of the United States, which he really, really wants to do, he's like basically actively campaigning. If he succeeds, then this corruption and wild incompetence is coming to your state next. And mine. I left California. I live in Tennessee now, and I do not want this ever again. And in case Spencer hasn't hit your algorithm yet with his Gavin Newsom Scorched Earth campaign, here's just a little sampling of how hilarious he's being.
That Earl had to die. I check it once, then I check it twice. Oh, look what you made me do.
Beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
Not sure we're going to be able to wash anything in this setup anymore. Any clothes in there? No. Oh, hey, Newsom and Karen Bass and DWP just reminding you that you guys burned down an entire town with your negligence. Entire town. Over 7,000 houses. Just staying on your radar.
But he's not only just being kind of like goofy and funny about it, he is bringing like legitimate receipts.
We got Newsom. We got him. We sent a PRA request to the state of California asking for documents to support governor's claim that he had pre-positioned 110 engines in Southern California in the days prior to the Palisades fire. We just received the state's production, and not surprisingly, Gavin lied. This is the public records request that we got back that proved that Newsom did not send any fire assets to the Pacific Palisades, where days earlier a fire was in his state park. And he knew there was extreme hurricane winds coming, and he didn't send any of his specialty assets to pre-deploy and sit on the burn scar in his state park that got reignited on January 7th and burned the whole town down.
Hard for me to tell you this, but I just have to go along with it. I want to make sure that you are safe. And hopefully you can read in between the lines. But hold tight. You will You will understand soon.
He even recently met with the FBI and DOJ.
I've been informed that I need to put on a suit. Yeah, I got to change, I guess. There's like, said maybe I don't have to wear a tie, but I do need to put on a suit. So we're going to go check out the Nordstrom rack, see if I can get a little outfit together here. Who knew? Who knew?
And he even hinted at the fact that he got some information that would basically guarantee that Gavin Newsom is not going to do further damage.
I had meetings today with the type of people that can ensure what happened in my town won't ever happen again. This is America. We fight. Justice is coming.
Ultimately, Spencer Pratt is doing what every Republican politician should be doing right now. And honestly, more people should be talking about it. But don't get it twisted. Spencer is not doing this on behalf of the right or becoming a Republican or whatever. He is simply fighting for what is right and exposing what has been so wrong.
We got some exclusive content right here. This is January 1st, Gavin Newsom State Park, also known as Topanga State Park. This was the Lockman fire. This is the next day. Do you know what you don't see besides these tourists right here checking it out? You don't see any CAL FIRE expert firefighters that Gavin Newsom was going to pre-deploy leading up to a wind event. You know why it would have been nice to have some of those bulldozers? Because look what was left right next to the smoldering roots. 40 years of dead fuel. We got bushes hanging over into the site of the actual fire area. So anytime they're like, this was unprecedented, this was totally couldn't have been prevented, they're just gaslighting, lying. All they had to do was make sure that the smoldering roots right here didn't catch all of this on fire when they knew an extreme wind event was coming for days. It does not take a genius to be like, oh, let's go check on that fire from a few days ago. Okay, I'll keep reminding everybody that this is why 12 senior citizens died, criminal negligence, an entire town burned down, because the people that are in charge are busy making TikToks and memes and not actually protecting the taxpayers' towns and lives from burning to the ground.
Let Spencer Pratt be an example for other celebrities going forward. You know, be authentic. Start saying what you actually genuinely believe, and don't be afraid to break the script, this like woke ideology, like we all believe in this. And if Gavin Newsom is on the left, then we agree with whatever Gavin Newsom says, even though Gavin Newsom changes his mind all the time and is always trying to please whoever is right in front of him. He stands for literally nothing. We need more celebrities to stand up and say, like, actually, this isn't right.
As I was about to take this delicious bite of pot pie, that not one celebrity, not one famous person that was at the fire aid scam that clearly knows no victims received any money and they were part of it, not one of them has made one comment, not their reps, not saying we're looking into this, how unfortunate, not even like a ChatGPT little PR statement. But okay, back to opening up the pot pie. We can still do mukbang content here. Not everything has to be so intense. Look at this. It's just 20 minutes. Too hot.
I think seeing this like genuine passion for trying to fix the state and help people, and ultimately it was because he was really affected by it, but he's been able to really see the damage that has been done by just like reckless, fraudulent, corrupt politicians, and he's taken a stand. And I think that is so inspiring, genuinely so inspiring. We need more people willing to risk everything for the truth. And Spencer Pratt, reality TV villain turned crystal hawking Palisades dad, is showing politicians how it's done. And honestly, we should all be taking notes.
We're on to you. We're on to you. You're never going to be president. Everyone's like, oh, recall him. I'm accepting that you're just going to keep destroying California for 2 years, but you're not going to destroy America. So just give up that whole presidency podcast tour right now. You're just wasting your time, because I got nothing better to do for the next 3 years to expose you on any platform I can get on. So get ready. Buckle up.
Keep going, Spencer. We're rooting for you.